4K action cameras that are actually not 4K at all. How confusing is that? So you'll get a camera, you'll buy it online, it'll say to you it's 4K. So there's one example of it. That's a 4K action camera. If you record onto this SD card, then okay, it's 4K. But did you know if you end up using it for another purpose, it's not actually going to be 4K? So I originally bought an action camera ages ago, which was a Goodman's action camera. It was a 1080p action camera. When you plugged it in via USB, you were able to use it as a webcam usage agent for live streaming. So if you want to use an action camera for live streaming, what you can do is plug in a lot of these cheap action cameras that are non-GoPro branded, and it's quite straightforward. You plug them in. I did a whole video about all the Apeman cameras where you can plug them in via HDMI or USB to get the best from them. But what you'll find out is when you plug them in, they end up being really bad quality, like just standard without any lights. And the reason for that is because the 4K action cameras are designed to record to a SD card in 4K, 4K. I can't even do my numbers anymore. 4K. But the thing about that is when you use it as a webcam, it could be 720p, 1080p. As little as that, it won't be 4K. So it's a bit confusing. When I originally bought my camera, I was like, what? So it's not a 4K camera then, is it? But then when you look at digging into it, and I think because I've done them for so long, I've got used to the fact that they're 4K for SD video recording when you're out and about. But for live streaming, they're not really designed for live streaming. So that kind of makes sense. Think about it. We're getting these types of cameras, the 4K action cameras, to do something they're not really designed to do. I do a lot of that on my channel where I'll get an action camera and say, oh, let's live stream with it. Let's see what it looks like. And you end up seeing the quality and it's not excellent. But then sometimes you get really shocky ones. This A100 from Apeman via HDMI, it actually was good quality. It won't be 4K, but it was good quality, as in good enough for me to live stream on and not worry about, to like show you stuff and show you examples of desks. So I think in that example, 4K can be good for recording outdoorsy stuff. But if you're not really an outdoorsy person, you can buy an action camera just as a for webcam usage and have it as a backup if you ever need to go on holiday. You can. It does very good video. It's for what it is. It's very tiny, and you can do great video for. Look at that catch. You see that catch? And you dropped it. But yeah, so you can use it for that purpose. But I think when you use it as a webcam, you have to take into account that, okay, it wasn't designed to be a webcam. So whatever we get from it is a benefit. So I think I needed to address that because I had a lot of comments about people saying, I got 4K action camera, but when I used it as a webcam, it wasn't 4K. So the reason for that is it's a bit silly, really. The manufacturers should be able to use the 4K lens in there is 4K. So whether it's recording to the SD card or going to a USB as a webcam, why can't they? So it is a valid question, and I would like them to make a camera that if it is 4K, you can use it as a 4K action camera webcam at the same time. But that's yet to be invented yet, I think. But when they do invent it, I'm sure I'll get it on my channel to check for you guys. So I'll link you to another video here about how and what cameras you can use via HDMI and USB as a webcam. I'll see you on that next video right here.